Hello, hi, welcome back. I decided to make this channel for me to talk about the things that I like and the things that I experience in my life. It's some kind of a diary for me. For the future, I want to look back at these days and just be happy that they actually happened. I used to make videos of gameplays and stuff. And I will talk about those things as well sometime in the future. But all of them, I just didn't feel like they are for me. Like I tried so hard to make people get entertained. I tried so hard to be viral, yet everything was just. I think it was not for me. I did it for others, and this channel, no, this channel is for me. I want it to be for me. Anyway, so today's topic is I really feel depressed lately. I think it's been 4 or 5 days since that happened, and I want to talk about it. And my relationship with anime is so strong. When I watch an anime, and it is actually a good one, I just get invested in the story, in the world, and the characters that I really don't feel them to be imaginary at all. And that's why I'm an otaku. I've seen so many animes. Anyway, so this one actually put a hole in my heart. I think this hole is really not gonna be filled at all. It will just stay like that. This is what happens when you finish something that is really too good, and after that you feel this emptiness in you. You feel this depressing feeling. And I want to talk about why I feel like that for this one. The anime that I finished is called Oregairu, or Ore no seishun love kome wa machigatteiru, or SNAFU in English as well. It is one of the best of the anime that I've watched in my entire life. I've been watching this series, I think it's since 2015 or so. I don't even remember the first time I saw it. I finished the first season and the second season, and I was left on a cliffhanger. Yet my life was just a bit. I talked about it in the previous video. My life was really just full of work and stuff, and it's not like I didn't have the time to watch it. I actually watched a lot of anime in that period, but I didn't want to watch it while I'm really busy. I wanted to be really into the world of Hikigaya and the other characters. So I watched it I think a week ago. I watched it from the beginning, from the first season up to the ending. And it just took me 3 days, literally, a day for each season, because I just like it. I love it, not just like it. It's really weird, because I've been looking forward to see the end. I've been looking forward to see what will happen. After all, the relationship between the main character Hikigaya and the other characters like Yukinoshita, Yuigahama, Hayama, those characters, it was really interesting. Hikigaya is one of the best written characters that I've ever seen in my life. It's so relatable as well, especially for me, because I hate interacting with people. I don't like it because it's so heavy on me. And a lot of the things that he talks about, a lot of the things that you see, he trash talks a lot about many things, and those things I so relate to them. Even though I would not say that I relate to the fact that I dealt with 2 girls. I'm actually not. I haven't dealt with any female character in my life, like literally, except for my mom. That is true. That is really true. Anyway, it was such a relatable character, and throughout this, by the way, if you haven't watched that anime, just watch it. I think it deserves to be in everyone's life. I just think that. I don't know. So I've been looking forward to see the ending, because I didn't know how it will unfold between the characters. At one side, Yuigahama wants to tell Hikigaya her true feelings, but she knows that there is a wall that she has to cross, and that wall is Yukinoshita, the other character. Hikigaya, on the other hand, is trying his best to preserve the place that he likes. He wanted to really to keep everything stuck together. The difficulty he had in trying to understand others and make others understand his actions was really entertaining and sad at the same time. Sometimes he does things, and those things other people see it as something that is really off, something that he shouldn't really do. But for him, it's like, why would you think that? It is the most practical, the most efficient way of doing things. Why don't you like it? This is also something that I really relate to. Like, I sometimes do things that because I'm unbelievably an introvert guy. I have only 2 or 3 friends. I don't go outside much, if any at all. I go to work, just finish my work and come back home. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I do, and when I do them, others just see them as really weird things. Like, why would you do that? It is not necessary. It is not right to do this or do that. And I would say, well, I don't know. This is how I do things. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you do it. This is what he had to go through, and especially the interaction between him and the main female character, Yukinoshita. It's like he thought he had a connection with her in the first place because of how she was isolated, because she was really too good, and he was isolated because he was too bad. That is how you can just summarize it. But turned out that he was just painting images of the characters he sees. Like, Yukinoshita is strong. That was just a painting he saw. The other character, Yuigahama, that she was really nice and stuff, but that is also an image. Like, Hayama is the popular, the good guy. And so yeah, and it is something that we all do all the time. When we see someone, we just judge him based on some actions he does, and we say, oh, he is really nice, he's really good. But it is not really true. There are things that you don't know about the character unless you actually dive deep into their lives, and this is what he had to go through. He entered the life of Yukinoshita, and he understood that it is really not that strong and unfazed girl that he thought she was. She was just a girl that was really struggling in finding her own way of life. She didn't want to depend on others, yet she was forced to do that in one way or another. And because of the years she had to live in such life, she was depending on others in a way she doesn't even, how to say it, notice it. And being with Hikigaya, a really smart guy, he can solve many things, and she depended on him too much. It started to make it feel like she's just not gonna be able to live her life without his help. And that was something she didn't want to, and that was really just mentioned along in the story. But for Hikigaya himself, he understood that as well. Yet there was this feeling that no, even if that is the case, even if that is the truth, I don't want to. That is his saying. I don't want to be away from her. I don't want to have a distance between us. And that was really a touching thing, because he actually said that. And for me, I never thought that Hikigaya, that character, will actually express himself in such a clear way. By the way, maybe I'm saying spoilers, but at this point, you should know that this is just me talking about what I saw. So if you haven't watched the anime again, watch it. It's really great. Anyway, and in the end, when everything was really starting to get grim, and he said, well, it's time to face what I actually feel and what he felt at that time. And that's why Yuigahama didn't really say anything, because he told her that I'm doing all of those things because I just don't want to lose contact with her. I don't want to be absent in her life. I want to be part of that life. And she knew instantly that Hikigaya's feelings were somewhere else. She would not have a place in his heart. That's why she said, well, you should say this to Yukinoshita, not just say it here. And during the confession scene on the bridge, where he started to confess his feelings. And the way he confessed, I was just smiling and tearing at the same time, because it's the first time that I've seen a confession that is not just to say I like you. Like, he confessed his feelings in a way that really resembles his character. It was really unbelievable. I was really cheering, and I'm cheering right now. God, it was such a beautiful thing. It was one of the best scenes ever to exist in the history of anime, and she was really stunned by that, and she accepted it. She was happy to hear it, and she was crying. It was such a warm scene and unbelievably beautiful one. I was so happy to see it. I was looking forward to the ship of Hikigaya and Yukinoshita, and it happened, and I was really glad that it happened. So life was, for Hikigaya, I think everything was almost settled, and he was able to maintain the connection, and he was able to even preserve that place he really loved in that room of the club. Life just continued for them, and the ending was really nice. Everyone was getting together, and it was a happy ending, a beautiful one. But then after I finished it and I closed everything, I even watched the side episodes, the OVAs, and I was just sitting, and I was so sad, because I knew it was the end. I'm not gonna be able to see Hikigaya. I won't be able to see Yukinoshita or Yuigahama or Hayama or the other characters. I'm not gonna be able to see that the world, the teacher that, oh my god, that teacher was one of the best characters ever. And saying goodbye to her was such a sad thing for Hikigaya, and for me as well. I really cried at that scene. It was such a weird feeling. We're not going to be able to see it again. It's done. It is really done. I don't know, maybe they will do something else here and there, but I would be happy to see it if there is actually a continuation. But I think everything is settled. Everything is done. And just me thinking about it, like all these years, I was actually living my life happily, because I knew there was a season that I didn't see. I knew I'm gonna see Hikigaya again, and I saw him, and I was glad. But then I'm sad because it's done, and I'm not gonna be able to see anything else from that great story, from that great world. And that's why you feel this emptiness. You don't really get from any series you connected really well to, and you feel the loss of it. You wanted more, but it has to end, and everything has to end. I was really depressed, and I even told my best friend I'm not feeling good at all. Every time I hear something, I remember the scenes like in my head in the last few episodes, and I really get this weird feeling in your gut, that sadness. It's I don't hate it. I like it, but it is just sad. I told him I'm really depressed and I'm sad because of this happened, and he was really oh really, that sucks. Oh yeah, he doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand what I feel, and I don't know what about you guys. Do you really feel the same? I really hope you do. I actually decided to talk about it because I want to hear others and how they saw that anime, if it had a really special place in their hearts, in their lives, and if that ending was really depressing as much as it was really happy and beautiful. This is what happened in the last week. I still feel that sadness, even though it's a little bit less. Like time heals all wounds, I guess. And if there's something that I'm really happy about, something that I'm looking forward to, it was part of my life. And sometime in the future, when I'm really old, when my hair is already falling apart, when when I'm really old and I hardly see and live the last section of my life, I think I will just run the OST, the music of Oregairu. I will just run the music. I will even watch some episodes and I will cry. Or maybe I will watch this video actually. I will watch this video and I will just cry. Because yeah, a beautiful memory that will last forever. And this is what I want. This is what I want. This is why I'm making this video as well. I tried to listen to the soundtrack today and I couldn't continue it. It was I was so sad. I was so depressed. I stopped. Oh my god, I'm so useless. But that's how anime is just part of my life. God damn it. I feel that the same with video games as well. Anyway, I hope you guys just enjoyed listening to my sorry and really weak heart. Like seriously, I have a really weak and emotional heart. But that was what I felt in the last week. That was the ending of my adventure with that beautiful anime. And yeah, that's it. I hope I will continue watching other things, and we will be introduced to another worlds, another stories, another characters, and the adventure with the anime is never ending. It will really never end. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.